In today's news, do we now finally have confirmation of an imminent settlement deal with Ripple and the SEC, considering Wall Street are currently aping into XRP by filing for Xrp Etf, publicly stating their desire to be more active in the crypto space, and then we even have insiders who are confirming that XRP will be a reserve asset in the United States. To me, not financial advice, but it seems likely that the final roadblock for XRP is now finally being removed, and therefore XRP is about to explode in demand and price. Even Canadian investment company Purpose Investment is looking to launch their first XRP ETFs, trying to beat the US to the jump again like they did in 2021 when launching Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs on the Toronto Stock Exchange. As predicted, with the lawsuit with XRP effectively over now, there is currently a race for institutions worldwide to get a hold of XRP to offer ETFs to their clients. Grayscale as well, they also filed to convert the XRP trust into an XRP ETF with the New York Stock Exchange. 2025 is going to be a year for the history books, as even the Fed chair has stated here that banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers. There's going to be so much more adoption coming through very, very soon. This means here that trillions of dollars will soon flood into the market, and the assets that offer real utility, like XRP, will be the biggest winners, as it was confirmed from inside sources that XRP will be a digital reserve asset in the United States. This is groundbreaking stuff, huge news. Listen very, very closely.
Said digital asset stockpile rather than strategic reserve. I happen to be in some chats and obviously have my eyes and ears on the ground, and I heard people saying things, some Bitcoiners saying certain things on Twitter that were not factual from the chats. And what was happening behind the surface was that it was very clear that XRP was being considered, and they were freaking out, right? And so I actually shared that, and I think I started this madness, whether intentionally or not. But I shared a tweet saying, hey, don't shoot the messenger, but I can tell you that XRP is being strongly considered for the strategic reserve.
Now, truth be told, this shouldn't come as much of a surprise to anyone here, as Wall Street have been preparing for months now to make XRP a reserve asset. And this is what we've been talking about, this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to make the most of these opportunities here, trying to get ahead of the game. We have a free Discord server that's definitely worth checking out. And we also have a 7-day free trial period to sign up to the executives here. We are even more locked in, maximizing the benefits you can make from crypto. And this community, we have learned a lot already through alpha information ahead of time, private live streams, and we've also seen multiple massive gains and wins already, some as big as 2,400% gains, and there's so much what we offer in the community. Links are down below. By all means, come and check it out. Now, in continuation, Wall Street and NASDAQ, companies like Worksport, they are now buying XRP as a corporate reserve asset, adopting XRP in the hope to make it less volatile in the future so it can truly become a reserve asset, to be more stable enough to become a reserve asset. Make no mistake, right now the institutional race to accumulate XRP on corporate balance sheets has officially begun. And speaking of NASDAQ, again very bullish on XRP, speaking of NASDAQ, they recently confirmed on CNBC on mainstream media that they are going all in on crypto, first filing for XRP ETFs, and then NASDAQ president here, Nelson Griggs, says they will be more active in the crypto space with more clarity in regulations. Huge again, listen very closely.
You know, we're still obviously big proponents of the active market, so I think there's still a lot more money in active assets, but more new money going into, you know, ETF assets. That's very clear. 2 out of every $3 is moving in that direction. So we just continue to see demand for ETFs being built by NASDAQ. It's not just NASDAQ though, there's other big providers out there. So I just think we are continuing to see this trend of passive, but you need to have active to, you know, marry that so you don't end up being too concentrated just in active. So I think we're in a unique moment in time to say, how does active continue to have a role? So you do have moments where the whole sector gets developed around something like digital or crypto, and now potentially having more clarity on the rules of what it actually is going to be.
Do you anticipate we will? I mean, we keep waiting for this grand piece of legislation for years now. That it seems more real now, the possibility.
It feels as real as ever. So just being over at the World Economic Forum, there's a lot of the players in the digital space, but then you start talking of the institutional side, the banks saying, well, if there's rule clarity, you know, we're going to be more active in the space. So I think it certainly feels like to us their mandate from the top saying there's going to be more clarity is coming, and we'll see.
Truth be told, it goes without saying how big, how huge this news is, and surprise again, XRP, they are at the center of these developments. Once again, once the tyrannical SEC is out of the way, nobody can stop XRP. Checking this out here from Chad, very big news on how America is becoming the crypto capital of the world with the help of XRP. Texas Stock Exchange is working alongside the largest asset manager in the whole world, $11.5 million worth, BlackRock. BlackRock is working alongside Ondo Finance, who are working alongside Ripple to tokenize stocks and bonds. But with Ripple also having a Texas MLT money transmitter license here, the tokenization of stocks will take place on the Texas Stock Exchange, with Ripple and BlackRock working together to make America the crypto capital of the world. This is huge news in America right now. Thanks to Ripple and XRP and to BlackRock, they are quickly catching up to this crypto race with the rest of the world. That's why other nations are now accelerating their developments, especially with XRP. Here we can see SBI Holdings have began already utilizing XRP's DLT technology for international remittance services. And in a sense, SBI is aiming to be the MicroStrategy of XRP by having an active and public XRP buying program, investing billions of dollars into XRP, and also the CEO emphasizes that Ripple should begin preparing for its IPO as soon as possible once the SEC matter is officially resolved. And with the SEC now creating a crypto task force, safe to say that's only a matter of time. Listen closely.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, as Mike said, that Hester Peirce and Mark Ueda are now 2 of the 3 commissioners left in the SEC. There's supposed to be 5. We got to wait for Paul Atkins to likely be confirmed. But what this did, what SAB 121 did, you could argue maybe the SEC had good intentions. A lot of people in the crypto industry would say they had bad intentions. But what it did is it said that if you hold in crypto, if you're custodying crypto, think Bank of New York Mellon, they custody $50 trillion in assets. They do not have $50 trillion on their balance sheet. But if you're going to custody crypto, you got to put that as a liability. And that means if you're a bank, they have a lot of regulatory requirements. They have to hold regulatory capital. So like the fees they would earn from custodying those assets do not even come close to offsetting the regulatory costs of like holding assets to offset that. So basically what it did is it functionally made it illegal for TradFi institutions to play in the crypto space and custody crypto assets, despite many of these banks wanting to get involved. They see the money that Coinbase and these other people are making, but getting rid of this means that the TradFi players are going to come in. I also think it's likely going to cause people like Coinbase and Kraken and Gemini. Right now, you have them trading these assets and custodying them. That's not how it works in TradFi. The New York Stock Exchange does not custody your asset. There's other platforms that do it. I think there's going to be separation there. We're already seeing trickle effects, but we're going to see a lot more come down from this repeal.
The United States government is going to implement domestically developed blockchain technology to enhance transparency in fiscal expenditure. This is what XRP's ledger was made for. Cryptos that offer real utility, ones that are implemented into the back end of financial systems like the XRP ledger, they will survive and get a lot of, they will survive the crypto culling where 99% of all cryptos go to zero. They will get a lot of favor here. Listen closely.
Elliott out with a new investor letter with a warning on crypto. Leslie Picker following that story for us. What are they saying, Les?
Hey, Scott. So the Financial Times obtained a letter from the $70 billion hedge fund to its investors. And in it, Elliott is once again alarmed by crypto, which the firm says is, quote, ground zero for the speculative frenzy across markets. Elliott said the, quote, inevitable collapse of the crypto bubble could wreak havoc in ways we can't anticipate.
XRP won't be the only one, of course, but they'll be one of the few that actually survive. With an IPO incoming, multiple ETFs, and a digital asset reserve, XRP's demand and price will explode much higher from here. And that's why I'm bullish on XRP. Come learn more in the CF community. Again, link down below. And remember, don't short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.